Oh man, that stinks. I'm so sorry. I did. I had no. I thought that it. See, okay. I guess this is a stupid comment. I realize, but when when I open my own stream, there's no ads, so I had no way of knowing that. Okay, hold on. God, I sound like such an idiot right now. Let me open a new. Not that I don't believe you guys, because obviously you're getting ads. I kind of want to see what they look like. Make sure to mute this. So when I, oh my God, Dunkin' Donuts, son of a, Okay, well I don't know what to do. I don't think there's a way for me to turn that off. Then I guess that stinks. That really stinks. I had no idea that was happening. I oops. Yeah, flying fool. That's what I thought. That I see the thing where it does like the banner ad at the bottom, but I had no idea it was running like full on like pre-roll and mid-roll ads. I had no idea. Um, oops. Okay, well, I'll take a look at that later and I'll try and stretch it out so that you guys don't get I'll make it like whatever the maximum is. I'm sorry about that. I did not know that. Anywho, all right, back to the game. We've got Echo here. He's rocking the Rail fanny pack. Kind of an interesting choice here. I see this a lot, actually. I think it is not very effective. Also, if anyone is listening, Battle Dressing Station doesn't do anything right now. There's no reason to have crew protection. Are there 4 BBs? Whew, we'll get through that. Also, we just had that talk about how important buffing weapons is, and the buffs for a railgun are completely different than the buffs for cannons. So just based on that alone, not a huge fan of the rail fanny pack plus cannons. Now you can do beams plus a railgun. They'll at least share the bonuses from energy regulators, but cannons and rails not so much. With that is an E-War Frig. Oh, and a disco ball. I like that. Command missiles on OSP. Really underrated and strong, in my opinion, because ANS doesn't care about bringing command validated. So I don't see many disco balls on ANS anymore. Speaking of the Beam BB with the railgun, here's one. So it's going to share a small E-Reg. Is that the only buff? No, here's a normal E-Reg. Yeah, so this one is actually getting some fire rate bonuses. To go with that is an E-War Corvette and Lockheed Mars, another Beam BB. This one with the size 3 fanny pack. Got some S3Hs and a couple of torpedoes. You know, just mix it up a little bit. And also popular, the Chaff fanny pack. Not a huge fan of the rebounds. Not sure. I mean, I guess Stonewalls are a lot more expensive than the rebounds, so there's that. A pair of Point Defense E-War. This one's E-War, right? Yeah, E-War and Point Defense frigates. I like that. Out of all these fleets, I think this one is my favorite, except for the fact what else are you gonna put there, right? On the fanny pack there. I simply like it because it has more ships, and to me, that's more durability, more utility, and I think that's better. Although, how many E-Regs are we rocking here? Or FPAs? Any FPAs? 2 FPAs? Okay. Automatically aces for me. And it has Whip Dragon. Best BB. So that's 1, 2, 3 Beam BBs and a 450 BB on Nyx, no less. That's going to be crazy. Rome GPT here, rocking the size 2. I don't like AM gear. 440 of them. Wow, that's a lot of missiles. Yeah, Mr. Unimport, watch the 4 BBs win. Absolutely. I would not be surprised in the least if they won. I mean, I don't know if they're going to this time, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Yeah, Vren, it's my personal mission to popularize the Battleship fanny pack, because everyone knows what you're talking about when you say a backpack, right? But so many people on this very front mount of the battleship put like railguns and chaff and all sorts of stuff. It needs its own name, and that name should be fanny pack, sir. I submit to you. The thruster layout? The thruster layout. This one? I'll come back to that. We've got a Jammer 450 Acello, and it is protecting 450 liner. This is a good combo. I like this. Also acceptable here. Plasma 100 or 250s. Both of those are good choices as well. Not that the 450 is bad. It's just the most expensive out of that mix. Engines on the back tickle your neurons. I'm going to use that for things that I like. My neurons are tickled. Plasma Acello, not a huge fan of this. I've seen it do work. The problem with this is you want the power available for the nice point defense, right? So this Sarissa, this Aurora, those are expensive power-wise. Ideally, you'd have some jamming on it also. That's power expensive-wise. And then on top of that, you put an energy weapon. It's like power on top of power on top of power. So in this case, something had to give, and what was given was the jammers. So now this ship doesn't have them. So, you know, if you need plasma, I think it works better on a line ship. Speaking of line ships, here's a 100 mil to go along with. You know, here's the thing, right? The entire benefit of dedicating a hull to a single weapon type is that you can buff it, and because the plasma is going on an Acello, you can't buff it. So, did they? No, I think they missed the frig. Oh, they did ding the frig. Wow, oh no, chaff and active. Okay. Ooh, looks like they got deployed a little bit late, and because of that, the ship did get hit. If they launched sooner, I'm not sure. Maybe they were under jamming? No? That's a shame. Although it did look like those were gales. So the active decoy didn't have anything to do with that. Did I make it all the way through? No, we still have Internet Explorer to go through, right? Did we cover this? This is the 100 mil? Yeah. Internet Explorer, he's got a 250 revolver liner. Are they all 250? 1, 2, show me number 3. Yes! Oh, yes. Gotta respect the 250 revolver. Oh, yeah, there's no way they're cruise guided. These are definitely gales, like semi-active radar. I have a bad feeling, friends. You know, this is why I mentioned about the rebounds. They just can't. They just cannot deal with size 2 spam. Nothing like a Stonewall. If there had been Stonewall, 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 this might have been a different story. And instead we have, you know, a crippled battleship here. Yeah, yeah. There was a time where rebounds were good, but that was when Stonewalls were bad. And now Stonewalls are amazing. And they're just required to survive against the amount of missiles that OSB can barf. Here we'll see. You know, a couple of stone walls, but probably not. Oh, no, here comes some more hits in. Oh, they're going for the chaff. Can he... Is he going to aim the laser? Nope. And they all go for the chaff. So, two things here. Number one, people who say, oh, chaff is useless against Gales, take note of what just happened there. It's not useless. One BB DC'd? Did I miss that? Well, the problem is the rebound, it shoots its shot and then it's done, right? It has the same problems that the old Stonewall did, where it just continuously pumps out flak, but eventually the flak gets overwhelmed, and then that's the end of it. And the rate of fire on those just, I think we just saw like 100 250 rounds all miss this one frigate. So because of that, the flak kind of gets overrun. Yeah, he's got one beam. It's at max range, so... Oh, but, it's a totally... Uh-oh, what's happening here? Ooh. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he lost something. Something wrong happened there, and all 3,000 points is about to get om-nom-nommed by these beams. That's unfortunate. You don't know that guy? You're not affiliated with well, he's got another wave on the way. Does this have ammo elevators? That reloaded really quickly. Has E-regs. E-regs. Oh, but no. There's no illumination, so they just fly on by. Yeah. I don't think he got attacked by another BB. That was just that one beam playing over his front for a little bit that took out his two lighthouses here. Let's get a close-up on this ship and see exactly what happened. So it looks like he has... Yeah, there's one lighthouse on the top and the other one's on the nose. And they're both taken out right now. So I'm not sure exactly what the play is here. He's launching missiles that have no chance of... Are there no DC teams? Oh, wow. This was perhaps a little ambitious of this MLS2 liner to run up here and do that. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, that's a dead frigate. Is there another one above the rock? Oh, there is. Okay, I must have missed that. Either way, I mean, this is an incredible... Even when that ship was all the way back there, that was an incredibly aggressive and forward position to play a missile liner that had no DC. I would... If that was me, I would not want to be the first one into the fray. It's completely understandable. He saw red. There was blood in the water. He wanted to get that kill. So he went in and, again, I'm going to go ahead and guess that the EWR was not pointed in the right direction to stop this other Beam BB sneaking up. Yeah, he flew too close to the sun. That first volley came in and really did a number on that BB. But it's going to be able to damage control itself back up. We'll have to see, though. These 250 AP liners are completely capable of dealing with a crippled battleship. Not necessarily a full health one, but they have the range advantage. They have 450s backing them up. So it's going to be close here. Let's zoom over here and see how this Plasma Ocello is going to deal with these S3Hs. I'm guessing not very well. It does have Auroras. This player needs to be slamming that battle short button right now. Oh, he might just be dead. Yeah, he's just dead. He's just dead. Wait, it's all BB. Always has been. Truer words. Truer words. Wouldn't it be crazy if like the entire team brought Beam BBs? It would. I mean, it would and it wouldn't. In this case, it wouldn't. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. This ship is completely crippled, not able to engage this Beam BB with Plasma. It's going to try and run away. It's probably not going to make it. This Beam BB is absolutely in range of that. About to get its rear Beam B and light it up like a Christmas tree. There goes the first one. There goes the second one. Can I get 3? Can I get 3? Show me Oh, no, not 3. Anyway, point is it's dead. And because of that, this 100 mil liner is going to be doing a furious tickling upon this BB. Yeah, banana for battleship is not going to work in this case. So, unfortunately, this player completely dead to this BB. A perfect example, by the way, of why stacking all your weapons on one particular ship in a 2-weapon combo is maybe not the best of ideas. Because if one of them gets killed, then the other one can't do anything. So, yep. That's one of the reasons why, despite being slightly less efficient, I think if you want to use 100 millimeters, doing like a cross ship that has both the Plasma and the 100 mils on is probably, in most cases, a safer bet. Yeah, you don't get to buff as much. You're losing some efficiencies there. But you never have this situation where, you know, if this had Plasma on it, this would be a perfectly fine position to be in. This ship has the range. It has the distance to fight this BB. But because it has to rely on this single source of Plasma, which actually didn't die and is shooting back. Huh. Oh, color me surprised. I thought that this Ocello would be in worse shape than it is. And it's managed to shoot down all of the size 3s. Oh, here comes more beams, though. Is that a graphical glitch? No, it did actually miss that much. Oh, no. It's a reinforced drive. That's why it's not dead. Oh, the humanity. This has to be an accident, right? Unless this guy is actually 200 IQing this entire beam battleship. So if anyone isn't aware what's happening right now, beams deal damage based on the distance they're at. And at this particular distance, this beam is not dealing enough damage to kill this reinforced big drive. And because of that, all that damage is being shot into the engine and not going anywhere. It's mysteriously vanishing into the nether without dealing any actual damage because it cannot break that reinforced drive. So all 3 of those beam shots did a big old nothing. And the ship is still fine. That is hilarious. Look, you can see it flashing there. Just all that damage. Oh, there goes another one. I mean, it is tickling around the edges a little bit, but that is so funny. If that player did that on purpose, you were the smartest player I've ever seen in a pub game. Just genius. All right, let's see what's happening there. Oh, it looks like the 250 revolvers, with the little help from their 450 friends, have managed to kill this one Beam BB. Spinning Death. Oh, I love it. Let him rip, and what's the third one? Let's see. Let him rip, rolling, 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 and Spinning Death. Just brilliant. Yeah, this is not only the 250s. The 250s do work, but to kill the interior modules, definitely that's the 450s doing that. What happened to the other BB, by the way? Oh, it's also dead. Wow. You know, I suppose that's why you don't often see Beam BBs being taken on Nyx. Certainly not 3 of them. Yeah, you know, in some cases, you'll get off your ambush and, oh no, this ship died. Sorry. In some cases, you will pull off an ambush and really stick it to the other guy, but then on a map like Nyx, after that happens, your plan for dealing with whatever happens next is kind of just praying and hoping that you're in range and able to keep the lasers going. And if that doesn't happen, this much stuff. What happened? Did I miss something in chat? Oh, from the BB. Yeah, sorry. I did miss something in chat. Quick question from the BB player. He's dead. Yeah. Shoot. Jednade, what's up? Sensor range. Yes. What's the question, sir? All right, let's see. We still have this Cannon BB, and we still have this this other Beam BB. We're all waiting for your question. We have bated breath. Is that how you use that expression? No, with bated breath. We're all waiting with bated breath. You're talking about a Beam BB, right? Jednade, Jedi Nade, Beam BB. Yeah. Yeah, multiple line ships under you, 10 kilometers. Uh-huh. Yeah, I follow. You were only able to detect them at sub 6 kilometers. When you finally saw them, was it a weird icon? Like, did it look kind of like an eyeball? I don't think so. 6 kilometers is too close or is too far for visual. You had 3 sources you could never see. No eyeball. What kind of... Let's see. What kind of radar do you have? Bullseye, bullseye. Oh, frontline. Yeah. Okay, so... where'd your ship go? So a frontline has a maximum range of 8 kilometers. That doesn't mean that you see stuff at 8 kilometers. That means your maximum range is 3 kilometers. So without getting too technical into it, each ship models its radar return, right? You know, like stealth planes have like angles so that radar doesn't bounce back. All the ships in the game also have that. So depending on how a ship is angled at you and how big it is, determines the range that you see it at. Like it does a real world, not like a, it's not simulating the radar waves or whatever, but it models how real radar works. So if your max range is 8 kilometers and they're facing certain ways, Like, for example, those line ships probably had their side onto you, which thins them out a little bit. And based on that, you'll see them at less than your radar's maximum range. And so for a front line versus a line ship and some other stuff goes into that equation, it's completely possible that you will not be able to see them until much less. I would suggest for a battleship taking a parallax. A parallax is a much, much stronger radar. It has more range, but much more importantly than that, it has more radar strength. Also a good idea, take another ship with a spyglass radar. It will fit easily on a frigate, for example, and you can use that to scout and run it like at least at the same kind of distance-ish as your battleship, and that will help you see where enemies are and get lock-ons like that. Yeah, I think he means like he'll buff the radar that he's bringing, not like he'll bring buff modules. Just bring a stronger radar. Yeah. Yeah, good question. Radar is one of those complicated things in the game. To keep it simple without getting like too crazy about it, I would just say, number one, bring more ships that have more radars. On ANS, the spyglass is the longest range. The spyglass is the longest range. You can use it to kind of create like a scout ship. And then on your battleship itself, you want to bring a parallax. It is more expensive, it takes more power, but it is the strongest one. There's also an ability called burn through. You can do that by just right-clicking and doing burn through, and that will make little purple circles. Both the front line and the parallax can do that. And you can right-click or just like push X and attempt to use your bullseyes to lock on one of those purple signals, and you can also get a lock that way. But that's a little bit more complicated. The simplest thing is just bring a parallax. So back to the game. We have both of these cannon BBs. ANS is actually not out of this. Mostly off the back that the rest of the OSP team is slightly out of position. Well, they both got gunned down with combined 250 revolver and 450 from the line ship and the Ocello here. There's kind of a straight up brawling match right here at point blank between these two 450s. This is not a good situation to be in if you're OSP. The ANS team should be focusing all the 450 fire into this. Yeah, it might not be on the VOD, Lone Wolf. I'm doing a really bad job of following the action and it's just blah-blahing too much. The easiest thing to kill here, and the one that's pushing out the most damage, is definitely this line ship. Looks like this player's doing a good job, though. He's ducking it back behind the rock for cover there. Excellent play right there by being right on that rock. This is exactly what you want to do with a line ship. Pop up out of cover, shoot all your cannons, and then drop back down the cover until you reload, and then pop back up again. That's perfect.
The enemy secured Zone
Atlas. Yeah, we'll go with that, Lone Wolf. We'll go with that. This is actually, it's not a terrible engagement to take broadside Ocello onto a nose-on target, especially because HE is being shot. Now you have to be careful. The moment this angle kind of gets beyond, You say about 60 degrees is when the armor values start getting reduced back down and that HE can kind of come in again. This is actually perfectly fine. If you go directly nose on, there's the chance that the rounds hit your kind of flat nose here and they can go in like that. So there is actually a strong element to armor angling in this game. And what you want to do is, so in this case, probably be like about this-ish kind of angle to your target so that you have this nice long slope of a hard angle, and that's the best protection against enemy 450 fire. They're doing a pretty good job of it. This battleship 100% needs to be firing HE, or sorry, AP, which would be banana instead of green. As you can see, even though this Ocello, I mean, this Ocello is also doing a really good job of dodging. Meanwhile, this 100 mil line ship is still shooting 100 mil at this poor battleship. Yeah, it is a 2-on-1 situation here, and kind of a rough one for this battleship to be in. It's not taken a whole lot of damage. This is the right call, though. Ooh. Here comes 250 from the bottom. Yes, spin, spin, my pretties. Looks like there's no more cover to be had, and this ship is just going for it. Yeah, there's no armor angling or doing anything else in a line ship. You're kind of either you're in it or you're not in it, and it's time to go in it. The C-65s are doing work, though. They're getting hits on this rear section now, which is where all the juicy engineering is. This is one of those times where it might be good to have your turrets able to individually assign targets, because the front is trying to shoot out the back and it can't. But it would be able to keep firing at the Ocello. If you've grouped all your turrets in the same group, I don't think there's a way to split them actually in the game. Really, really good play by Crazy here. Getting the line ship around behind, keeping the Ocello with a good armor angle. And the 250s are coming in, you know, just to help out. But really, that was excellent positional play by Crazy. I'll give it to him. Using this ridge to kind of shield his 450 for a little bit, and buying space and buying time by forcing him to swap fire over to the Ocello. I mean, that's great play right there. What is the other BB doing? Well, it's kind of on the other side of the map. Like, it started over back here and was fighting that 100 mil for a little bit. And now it looks like he's trying to get an angle on the rest of this, but yeah, not in time to save his friend, and he is the only battleship remaining. We're about to see absolute brutal swarm tactics happen against this BB. Why isn't it firing? That is a good question. I don't know. That's the answer to that question. Why is it not firing? I don't know. There's the quote of the night. Maybe 3 beam BBs on a big map like Nyx isn't a really good idea. Yep, I gotta agree with that. I do gotta agree with that. You need 12? Well, Yeah, but let's take stock of exactly what happened throughout the game. So there was this size 2 liner that went in full speed, absolute, did not give a flying levels of acceleration there, straight into the enemy. So, you know, I'm not gonna dwell on this too hard, but Rome GPT Sanctus has disavowed you as a brother, so we'll just say that. And the other one was this Acello getting picked off by the other Beam B. And other than that, we have, you know, pretty much undamaged. Well, this one's damaged a little bit, but very, very healthy 250 revolver line ships. Both of the Acello plus the 450 line ship, completely healthy. The 100 mil ship has a little bit of dings in it, but it's looking pretty healthy. And in return, we have the entire ANS team dead and dying, or dead or dying. So, you know, Rome, Egypt, thank you for correcting me. I would have called him Rome GPT for like forever, my man, if you did not stop me from doing that. Rome, Egypt. I see it now. Rome, Egypt. Civ 4? Old days? Damn. I am too old. Oh, no, wait. No, I am thinking of 4. 4 is the first one that had the hexes, right? I think so. I want to say yes. 4 was the last one with squares. Okay. Yeah, you know. Every once in a while, someone will drop something on me that's like, oh, yeah, I knew that was 20 years ago. And then it wasn't. It was 40 years ago. I'm like, wow, I'm old now. It will be forever 2009 for me. That's like, oh boy. Yeah. They're already, I mean, they've made Overwatch 2. As far as I can tell, absolutely nothing is different about it, but they did change the number at the end. I don't think they even charged people money for it, did they? I mean, not again, right? Did you have to buy? Oh, it's 5v5? What was it originally? 6v6? No, they had battle passes in 1. I swear they had battle passes in 1. Maybe they didn't call it a battle pass, but they had like... It has PvE? Loot boxes. Yeah, but the loot boxes had like... I swear there was a season and you could get like some amount of boxes if you played in the season. Yeah, I know they had skins. I'm talking about... All right, let me talk about this game. I played Overwatch very, very briefly. So what could have gone differently? You know, let's ignore... Let's pretend like there's no way they could have taken anything other than 3 Beam BBs. If the Beam BB had relied on something else to go and actually capture the point, and the Beam BB can just live here. This is the Beam BB home. And when something comes delicious to eat, the Beam BB leaves its home and it has a quick snack and then it goes back to its home. The Beam BB is truly the clownfish of of Nebulous beam Commandulous, and that is the only thing that it should be doing, is living in its home. Yeah, but trapdoor spiders are fast. We want something slow, like a slug. So one BBB sitting on point D over here. One beam BB. Let's say that 5 times fast. Sitting on B, and like the cannons can take what is that? A up there. Okay, I guess we'll look at it. Look at this poor battleship. Look at inside. Look at the just brutal amounts of 100 millimeter that have been dealt to it. Oof. Yeah, so, and then like one beam BB kind of sitting down here on this pillar and just playing super conservatively and camping their one control point each. And maybe and maybe that would have they could have translated that into the win. Going out into open space and trying to chase down the enemy. I mean, I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but definitely the one beam BB that went on the top had no choice. Romantic. From that position, you have to go down. You cannot get cover unless you just run away back to your spawn. So those two things might have given them a shot. I mean, again, picking up that missile liner was a huge pickup, but unfortunately, the beam BBs kind of got caught out of position and killed by combined fire. Don't underestimate how much pew pew OSP can bring. That is a lot of, not pew pew, DACA. Don't underestimate how much DACA the OSP can bring. It is DACA, DACA, DACA. DACA, DACA. But yeah, rip this player who disconnected. I'm not sure who got the fleets, but they did a great job. And well played, especially Crazy Gouda. Great job. Masterclass in keeping your line ship safe, using the Ocello to draw fire, keeping the Ocello safe, using good armor angling to not take a whole lot of damage from a cannon BB. Also doing good dodge work. And yeah, really well played there. How much damage? I can't see because my cat's butt is in the way now. Yes, you. Yeah, so 1530, 50K game out of Internet Explorer and his Revolver 250s. I love these ships. Took a brawl. Sin? Who? Oh, yeah. A3 has the most Giga Chad fleet. I love this ship. I can't even tell you like with a straight face that it's good. It's probably not that good, but how do you manage all the rolling? Yeah, this cat is the MVP. The most valuable P. Yes. See, I'm a dad and I always feel weird. Like every time a curse word comes out of my mouth because I'm trying to be funny, I'm like, ooh, what are you doing, Dad? I don't know if anyone can relate, but there it is. And we can't say that word, even though you are a good kitty cat. What am I saying? Each direction is a fire group. You shoot them in sequence. I misspelled each. God. All right, I should go to bed because I'm being ridiculous.